Good afternoon, good night, good morning, guys. How are you there? I didn't actually realize the camera was on there for a second, so I was just dithering about, the way you would in the morning before you go to work. It doesn't really matter what you say, like, you know what I mean? You mispronounce shit and stuff, or you just like tell your boss to fuck off, but it's okay because you're not in work yet. That's the kind of mode I was in there. And then I seen that red button, and I was like, boom. It's time to deliver, on the front line, making sacrifices, delivering results just every day, most days anyway, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably need a wee rest. But yeah, guys, like I've said before in previous videos, this is a music channel as well as a boxing channel. And whilst the boxing seems to have, for whatever reason, the boxing has become the primary kind of focus, you know what I mean? And me, as just a guy that kind of talks occasionally, I was happy enough to go along with that. But there's been a bit of a flip reverse it, a bit of a 180, like they say in the hip hop world. I think they say things like that, don't they? But yeah, I was watching a bit of the Whiskey and White guys, I was on about their show there the other week and all, like, I tried to start a campaign to totally get that license, but it turned out that my influence and reach wasn't quite what I thought it was. But I just flipped by Instagram there, hoping to see some nice looking girls or something, and next thing, those guys come up, Tommy Mac and Tyrone McKenna, and they were like, yeah, tune in later. We're going to be doing Run DMC Aerosmith Focus. Well, I was like, oh my fucking god, I need to see this, I scrolled down another only couple of videos, and next thing it popped up, and I was like, what the fuck? So Tommy Mac was like, I already seen the costumes in the previous post, and I was like, looks quite good. Like, I suppose they'll have their backing tracks and what else. Didn't realise either that it was in the Ulster Hall. Next thing the fucking footage comes up, and Tommy Mac is fucking absolutely killing, you know what I mean? Like, he's rapping like a motherfucker, man. He's delivering like the percussive element. It's like, like this guy can actually do this shit, you know what I mean? I was looking at the stage, I was like, fuck me, that's a big stage. So there not be some kind of a set or what, you know what I mean? It's a charity event and stuff like that. Obviously, you don't get the same budget as your man, fucking Dale Winton or whatever. But it's going right. Okay, this rap is going fucking great. I wonder how Tyrone McKenna's gonna handle these high notes. Alex, like, he come running across the stage and was like, holy shit, this is the fucking shit. That Steve Tyler's retired now. He can't sing anymore. Which I'm surprised doesn't happen to him earlier. See, singing all them high notes like Led Zeppelin and all that fucking rock shit, man. Most guys try to leave that to the end of the night if you're a singer, like. You catch the old guy doing it in their 50s or their 60s. I'm getting close to 40 here, regardless of these praise fucking possessional looks right here, yeah. But I'm fit enough to do a bit, but you do have to drop back. It's the same as somebody, a boxer, I would imagine, who really loads up on their shots. Their hands start to go to bits halfway through their career. And they, like say, like Kawasaki or whatever, like, had to change up their style. But Tyrone McKenna threw caution to the wind. He came leaping across that stage, man. It was fucking brilliant. It was probably better than the original video. I really enjoyed it. But that was alright. As I confessed in an earlier video, probably the same one that I was making some other excuses. I haven't actually been watching a lot of boxing, you know what I mean? You watch so much of it, sometimes you have to take a wee break. Start watching football for a while or watch basketball or something like that, you know what I mean? Just to wait until you're ready to go back and start dedicating yourself to watching the guys and picking it apart. God, that was a left hook, and I believe that was a left hook to the body that he led with. All of that nonsense, you have to feel like you actually want to do it. And I haven't felt like that for a couple of weeks, but that performance, man, might justify the turning point. It was fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. But the other thing is what I meant to say, coming off the back of that previous statement, right, is that the fucking guy, as far as I know, that Jerome McKenna fought, there was a bit of an interview with an English guy, seemed like a nice fella. I thought Jerome fought a Southern guy, unless it was somebody else. Because as far as what I could tell from the little bit of, content that I actually paid attention to, was that Jerome won the fight. I was celebrating and stuff. I was like, fucking right. And next thing, this English guy was on, and he was sort of like laconic. Do you like that word? Apparently, a fucking, alcoholic, kind of suicidal, murderous type of, one of the greatest writers of all time, but the Yanks, Hemingway, they call him, apparently that was the style, laconic. And you go, like, you only say 2 words at a time, but they were just the right words. I'm like a fucking power hose, like I just talk a lot of shit until somebody tells me different. But next thing, this English guy's on, he's saying, well, they give me a good fight, and I've got all the respect in the world from it. I went, wait a second, did fucking Trump McKenna lose that fight? So I didn't realise that. I still could be confused. Maybe he did win it, and there was some other fighter, McKenna, because it was surname only. But I'm sorry to hear if he lost the fight, but I know it was close. Like, I know he fucking represented himself well anyway, you know what I mean? The training camp that he done and all the rest of it. I had pledged myself earlier in the year, to really go in deep with that. But like I say, you get jaded. Happens with musicians, particularly around our kind of age. You start to get to being an old doll, like, and you're just like, fuck us. You get a bit bored with shit, and you don't no longer really care about whether the guy opposite you, who you don't know that much, thinks you're an asshole or not. You're just like, no, I don't like you. Not quite as unfriendly as that, but, if you have an opinion to be expressed, there's less and less reservation about letting that go, which I think is a very healthy thing. So probably I should go actually look up the actual result, but it doesn't fucking matter if he lost that fight by unanimous decision. Fucking wipeout, is that what they call it? There's a fucking word for it, bro. I'm gonna let it go. What's the fucking word when somebody can speak 12 rounds to know? Fuck. I'm really disappointed in myself. But totally inspired and enthused by that Whiskey and White performance of the highest level, man. Like Earl Dale went in his day, and Bruce Forsyth and Matthew himself, all those guys, man. Julian Simmons, there was some good operators, and there were some good stars that come on to perform, those pop songs throughout our childhoods, But tonight was a different level, I believe, which prompted me to create this fantastic piece of content. And, I've just said it's a fantastic piece of content, and it might be some rigid old middle-aged man watching this, just go do something stuff fantastic. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry you're not happy with your life. Get on with it, you age it. Go and form a fucking Run DMC Aerosmith tribute band and take over the world. And if you need me to play a guitar solo on the next one, you can contact me. But anyway, yeah, absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean, man? You have to respect these guys. Like, you have to fucking respect them, man. In my book, I respect anybody that gets in and does a good job of work, whether it be a flamboyant, magnificent, fucking breathtaking performance, the likes of which you've never seen until tonight, or whether it's fucking Seamus, going to pick up a litter around the corner. You might say he's only picking up bits of litter, but he's doing it under the scrutiny of every other fucking bastard driving by him in their BMW or whatever, you know what I mean? Respect, man. Respect goes a long way. Guys, happy Christmas. If I don't see you again before then, and keep up all the good boxing stuff and all the good musical stuff, and keep up a good level of respect for your peers, for your elders, and even for your children and your wives. Good night.